Many ancient trees grow throughout Israel, some of them hundreds of years old. Each tree tells a story related to the country's cultural and religious traditions. These special trees are cared for by the JNF, the Jewish National Fund.
של עצים עתיקים. אנחנו בקרן הקיימת בשלוש שנים האחרונות עושים סקר של עצים מיוחדים. נושא של שיקום, של תמיכות, אשכרה אורתופדיה של עצים.
This includes things like building a support for an old tree, fumigating it against pests, or drilling a hole to drain it, reducing the chance it will rot inside. Several very old olive trees live in the groves around the Beit Gemal Monastery, outside present-day Beit Shemesh. Olive oil was pivotal in the economy of the ancient Middle East, essential to fill lamps, make creams and salves, and for many other purposes.
This was really like the petrol deposits of the ancient time. People did not eat olives. It was too precious. The Israelis had the oil, like what the Iranians and the Iraqis and all the other countries, they have the oil today. In ancient times, the oil was here and it was exported to Egypt and to many other countries who could not grow the olive.
This olive is one of the oldest, and Father Scudu believes it has witnessed much of the long history of this monastery.
In 1916, during the First World War, the Salesians, our brothers, had to build some additional toilets for the orphans who played in the courtyard there, in the playground there. So they dug, and when they dug, they found beautiful mosaics. Now, these beautiful mosaics were the floor of a Byzantine church of the 5th century.
In climates without sharp winters, it's almost impossible to gauge a tree's age by counting its rings, but this olive is by far the largest in this grove. A few miles away on a sloping hill outside Kibbutz Tzuba is a venerable tree the JNF cares for called the Tzuba oak.
And there was one traveler about 150 years ago, a French traveler, he was named Guérin, and he came to Tzuba, and he says there is a big oak tree in Tzuba. I mean, he was describing this tree exactly.
Shkolnick tells me that for an oak to live so long, it had to have been cared for by generations of humans who regarded it as special. And often an oak gains special status when a holy man, a priest, rabbi, or sheikh, is buried near it. In Jerusalem, on the grounds of the Church of the Holy Cross, grow several very large cypress trees.
According to the tradition, the cross that Jesus Christ was crucified on grew right here.
We're now in the backyard of a private home built about 100 years ago in Nachlot, an old neighborhood in Jerusalem. This is a very large carob tree.
People who built this house were familiar with this tree. This tree existed then, and they built the house in such a way that the tree will be in the middle of their yard.
Sometimes we have people here who come and ask us if they can go in the garden and pick some fruits of the trees and then come home with big plastic bags of the fruits.
It's not bad at all.
Find out about other exciting stories at Israel21c.org.